that is one of the most common questions that I get all the time. How long will it take to set up? And all I can say is, how long is a piece of string? Because it can take anyone from 2 weeks to 12 months to get set up. And it just depends on commitments. It depends on the amount of time dedicated and committed to the process. It depends on your level of prior learning, prior experience. It depends on so many different factors. But let me just share my story with you. 2.5 years ago, I was introduced to the program, and it was purely coming from a perspective of, how can I market my consulting business online? How can I leverage myself? And so the answer was there, and that was within the SFM program. And I had everything needed to put my business online and put it out to a global audience. It took me 12 months to record my training package. Keep in mind, I'm creating a product from scratch. I created a workbook. I created and developed a website. I developed sales funnels so that when I started to market, I could attract people into a sales funnel where they could subscribe, their email address and their name. And, you know, there was quite a lot that went into that process, but that was because I was setting up a product for the very first time. Now, when you don't have to create a product from the very beginning and you decide to become an affiliate marketer and you're going to promote someone else's product, just like SFM, then you don't have all of that setup process. So the systems that you use are automated, and you know they have all of the training there to teach you and show you, and you could be up and running within 2 weeks. You know, the first steps for you to do is to really go through those training modules. You've got 5 training modules that you need to actually go through step by step by step. A lot of people that I know that are going through, a lot of members, they, you know, dedicate like 2 hours a night to go through that training, because it's the building blocks. It's the foundation of your program as you move forward. Once you've sort of gone through that process, there's some live webinars that you have to attend as part of that process before you can move to the next step. There's one in particular called the New Member Orientation Call. Very powerful, and that's a live webinar where people come on and they ask all these different questions, and they're usually questions that other members, new members, have as well. So it's a very powerful call to attend, and that's all part of that training process. So after it took the 12 months then to set up my business, it took quite a quick amount of time to actually set up the affiliate marketing business model. I'd say about 6 to 8 weeks to then set up the affiliate business model. And keep in mind, then I was advertising January, and then by March I'd actually made my first sale. So how long does it take? You know, we've had somebody that's actually owned a social media agency, and he came in and because of all of his prior knowledge and all of his prior experience, he knocked it out of the park and was making sales, and big sales, immediately. So, you know, you just have to really pace yourself, go through the training modules, be consistent every day. I think commitment and consistent are the 2 key words in this whole process, and making sure that you're doing something every single day, whether it be 5 minutes or whether it be 2 hours, making sure that you're doing something all the time. So yeah, very, very powerful indeed.